Hey, how's it going, guys? It's the Manga Podcast here again. We got Bo,
What's going on, guys?
Aiden,
What's up?
and Trent in his brand new spot.
Hello.
We got a pre-stacked, magazine this week. New series starting. That's always exciting, right?
Yeah.
Tokyo Demon Bride story. I'm really excited to talk about that. But before we get into that, we do kind of owe you guys an explanation as to why this episode's coming out. Literally, like Friday or Saturday or whenever
It's
it really
really
pops up.
late. Yeah, we're almost like a week late now.
Yeah. So anyone want to say why?
We as far as Bo,
All four of us
all four of us were gone. Trent doing the coolest thing of all, moving. It's so crazy. Look at that apartment. The barren
Look how
walls.
empty it is.
The barren walls.
The big empty
And
living
then,
room.
He's gonna fill it all with manga.
And then me, Key, and Bo were all suffering. We were in Seattle. Stupid,
Suffering.
weird city
Suffering.
for
It is
PAX.
pretty stinky.
For PAX, but we said we went to PAX, but we just kept going to Kinokuniya back and forth. Like
We went like 5 times.
I went for sure 5 times. I went for sure 5 times, which is crazy.
Some of us got like 2 of the magazines while we were there, like last week's, and then
Yeah, I
Me
got
and
this
Bo
week's too.
both picked up
we got the
issue
Akane issue
38 and 39,
and the mid issue. Got
yeah.
both of them.
I only got 39 because 39's amazing.
I was leaving when I was leaving the day 40 came out, and I didn't see. I checked Kinokuniya. There was no issue.
I'm
40.
honestly tempted to go back just because like it has a new series in it, so it's like kind of
it'd be
exciting.
cool.
Even if I
Yeah.
don't love it. But
I mean, I'm looking on eBay already, and they have it for $6 plus shipping.
That's not
So
bad,
I mean,
that's not bad.
plus $20 shipping from Japan, right? That's
Yeah.
the that's the tricky part.
that's the tricky part.
If it was actually that cheap, I'd buy it. But
Yeah. So we wanted to do like a quick manga thing.
Like
We
a
don't
little
wanna
quick
take up
little
too much.
manga haul.
I only grabbed
yeah,
a couple.
rapid
of what I
Just
saw.
fire.
run through it.
Rapid
Just run
fire.
through it.
I got
Yeah.
Akane-Banashi Volume 1, Witch Watch Volume 1 and 2, and and then
Yeah.
little gift for Trent, because he couldn't make it out, and I had to pick him up this super sick little fully coolie shirt.
Oh, you
yeah.
actually ended up
That's
getting
awesome.
that?
Yeah, I was like, okay, I gotta go back. I asked Trent, and I was like, yeah, I gotta get it
And
for him.
actually, real quick, since that has to do with
Yeah,
the thing I
just
got.
roll.
Not
it
from
works.
PAX. Not from
Wait,
PAX.
Trent got something
but,
from PAX?
Yeah.
No. In the mail from Crunchyroll, I got this record.
Oh, it's
it is
mine.
awesome.
The
That's
film-
my
that's
favorite-
really cool.
Favorite ending, right on Shooting Star. It's the best ending in any anime. for
and
sure.
also the best
That's really cool.
OST, it's so fun.
Oh, yeah.
Fully
Fully
Cooley's
Cooley's
soundtrack is banging.
best anime.
Yeah.
But
Bo, did you want to run through yours?
Yeah, like Aiden, I got Akane-Banashi. I also got Blue Box, even though it's getting published in English. I don't care. Oh, and actually, real quick, inside each one, I guess Kinokuniya puts like a little card in. I got the Blue Box
Yeah.
card. That's hype. And then just because I don't know if it'll get published in English, even though I don't particularly love it, got Duran Volume 1 just because it's kind of quirky. I also picked up all 3 of these. I only grabbed one of them, but the One Piece All Faces. These are
that's sick.
fucking awesome. Literally, it's just every panel of every face ever in the entire series.
Yeah.
It's such a fun
Really
little thing
cool.
to flip through. So, yeah, that's what I got.
Imagine trying to play like a guessing game. Like, where did this face come from?
No,
What
it's
chapter?
impossible. I was trying to do that. I'm just like, I can't.
What
What
chapter?
bullet was this?
What
Yeah.
chapter?
What page and what chapter was this?
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, me and Roboco, because of course I got to represent.
I actually was
Roboco.
tempted to get that just because I don't think it's gonna get published here. But
It's probably
We'll see,
not,
we'll
but
see.
got to get Volume 1 just because it's the best comedy series. Anyways, Aoshimon Volumes 1 through 3, always really cool. I had to get all 3 of them because I don't know if we're gonna get all 3 over here. We are getting Volume 1 in English, so I'm excited about that. And then also from Bo, I got this. It's the graphic
hell yeah.
novel, the like chapter 1s for a bunch of different series. I don't actually know what the other 2 are. I just want it for the Bleach, but
it's Whistle and Beat the Vandalbuster, I think.
Yeah.
Undead Unluck Volume 1, and then Battle Angel Alita, that unfortunately got like kind of cracked on it, but I'm still gonna read it, I'm still gonna love it. It's a good haul.
For sure.
Solid.
Definitely.
But yeah, without further ado, do we want to talk about favorite chapters this week?
Yeah. Let's jump into it.
Okay.
Trent, you want to start us off?
Yeah. Favorite chapter? I don't know if it was the best chapter, but I definitely got the most excited for it was Jujutsu Kaisen. I was
that's
actually
Yeah.
really excited for this chapter, or while reading the chapter, I wasn't excited for it. I thought it was going to be another stinker, but while reading it, I was popping off pacing around my apartment. I was going crazy.
His empty apartment. The pacing.
This man was
dies.
running. Just picture Trent running
The
around.
guy,
in circles
the
in
guy
there.
below me was getting pissed.
And he's just like, sumo!
I'm actually like a really heavy walker, so I feel awful.
Yeah. That's hype. What about you, Aiden?
Oh, it's definitely tough. It's a definitely tough choice, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Mashle again. I just like, it's checking off every box for my Mashle want list. It's been great right now. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited. Crazy fucking panels. Super hype. So hype.
I don't know if it's because we're like 5 days separated from reading these. I don't really like. I'm looking at these chapters. I'm like, did any of Mash was my choice? I think because that was a great chapter. And then Akane was also good. But everything else was just kind of like.
Akane gave me kind of chills this week. You know?
Yeah, it was good. So I don't know. I'd probably go with Mashle, like Aiden.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, there was definitely like a lot this week. I think I feel like every chapter had like something going on for it. I think I'm actually going to give it to Black Clover.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man literally said, wow.
No, I'm going to give it to Black Clover just because of like one panel that just kind of, I don't know, it put it up there for me, man. It's like, just because of everything going on. I'm not going to spoil it.
Live Trent reaction. Wow.
Reading Black Clover like this week was actually pretty funny for me because I actually hit, when I was finished with the chapter, I had read it through so fast that I thought I was only like halfway through. So then I was just expecting my monkey brain just hit read the previous chapter because I was thinking I was going to the next one. Yeah. And then I started reading the previous chapter from last week. I was like, it's just a recap chapter? I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was just like, oh, never mind. I'm just stupid. So
sorry, guys. I forgot My Hero had the greatest chapter of all time this week.
Oh, no. No, it didn't.
Yeah, you wanna enlighten us on that ranking key? You wanna
run us through the rankings? We're gonna go down the rankings. Are you ready?
Yep.
I'm gonna
My
play
Hero
this,
number
guys.
3, right? Is that where it was?
No,
number 4.
You're not gonna hear about My Hero for a little while. Number 1, of course, as always, with new series and color pages and stuff on covers, we have the Tokyo Demon Bride story, followed by Jujutsu Kaisen, Akane-Banashi, High School Family at number 4. That's actually kind of
color page
crazy.
For chapter 100.
Yeah. Me and Roboco, Sakamoto Days, Black Clover, the one-shot Koisuru One Piece.
That's done by
Shogomaru.
Yeah, the Shogomaru mangaka, yeah.
Named mangaka, yeah.
Yeah. Blue Box with a color page. Mission Yozakura Family at number 10, sitting right in the middle. Way to go. The Elusive Samurai, Undead Unluck, Mashle, PPPPPP. My Hero Academia at number 15. That's insane. Super Smartphone, Aliens Area, and then finally the end of Earthchild.
Did Undead get colored twice in a row?
Yeah, it did.
Just because it was lead and then color.
Right. Well,
they do that.
Still hype. I mean, but then again, you also have to remember, like, Akane's been getting like color pages back to back to back to back.
Wazoo.
Oh
yeah. It is also at the top of the magazine.
That and Blue Watch, just crazy. Those never. I swear it's every issue they have fucking color pages.
And I think you said it in the server, which you guys should join, by the way. We have a Discord server.
Yes, absolutely. Discord server.
This week felt a little empty without not only Witch Watch but also One Piece on break. Those are two major series. Like, they're both in my top 5. So I'm just like,
dude, like there was. I was like. I definitely feel like there's a void without Witch Watch. It's weird. It is weird reading the magazine.
I don't expect One Piece, but Witch Watch also, it's like combined.
Yeah.
Aiden said the same thing. Like, it felt like there was something missing with Witch Watch. I didn't realize Witch Watch was gone until I read that message.
I didn't either, man, honestly.
I was like, oh shit, I didn't have to read garbage this week.
Brutal. Living the delusions.
Let's get into this.
Now let's talk about garbage.
Yeah, let's talk about
the actual
real garbage. Damn, even coming from Key?
No, I mean, it's garbage, but it's good garbage, okay? Earthchild's final chapter, right? I think we have to talk about it a little bit more than the other two in the bottom 3 because we've been going at like a pattern.
Well,
it's the end of the series.
So it's
the last time we'll a little bit more, right? I liked the last 4 pages just because of how beautiful the art is. I feel like I'd never see spreads like that from any other series that often. Like, there's obviously, like you guys have said, like the art has dipped in quality as time goes on, but he always puts a ton of effort into different spreads and stuff, and he's made some really awesome stuff.
No, his spreads never fail to be great, but it is definitely like there's definitely a quality drop over the series, like as it went on, and it's just frustrating
From
because
a story perspective, yes,
like especially with the
yes.
story perspective, and then as slowly as it went on, definitely art. Like there's multiple points where it was like
I'm even looking at
characters
the
don't even
latest
look like the
chapter,
original
and
one.
there are faces that don't look right.
No.
Yeah.
And it's like it's just shitty because like it had such an amazing first chapter. Like when this and Akane hit the magazine, I like this first chapter better than Akane's first chapter. Not by much, but just enough. And so just to see this series just take such a nosedive while Akane is so successful, it's crazy. Because I feel like it's just the complete opposite. Like Akane had such a strong start and just kept having really strong chapters. Where Earthchild just felt like it was just a one shot that went on forever. Somebody said that in the server, and I was like, "That's the best
No,
thing
exactly.
ever.
That seems to be the consensus. Is that this should have been like a 1-volume, one shot, like 200 pages, and that's the entire story.
Yeah.
They could have easily done that, and it would have been very interesting, and it wouldn't have been too long in the tooth. But the series had too much time to fuck up, which is sad because it only had 27 chapters.
We did all kind of say this a lot going forward, that we did want it to be sort of a shorter series, not go on, because we couldn't see a lot of potential for it.
Yeah.
So seeing it end, I mean, nobody's really surprised because it was ranking so low, but still, I know I liked the art for it.
Oh no, the art's great.
The art was really good.
When it was really good, I do like I kept saying early on, I was like, I do hope we see this artist again. Like
yeah.
And they also when they want to have a good direction and have a clear direction for story, they're great. That first chapter is mind-boggling.
Something I have seen going around, I don't know too much about the subject, is I keep on hearing people talk about some editor at Shueisha that is just destroying series. Like
that sounds like something out of Bakuman, man.
Right.
It's what's his name?
Ripping up the drafts.
Right.
Oh hell
but
no.
like they said, like this editor started on My Hero around the time that everyone started disliking My Hero, and it's on Earthchild and Red Hood, which are both things that have like pacing issues. I don't know. I don't know anything about this, so I guess I should have brought it up then. But like I keep on seeing this, like I'm skeptical of it, but I keep on seeing this topic brought up of like this editor that's like on series that have really bad pacing. So I'm wondering, it is interesting to think about. I am wanting to like look into that more, maybe give more concrete.
Because it's 100% a thing if it like. Because editors contribute to the story and what,
right? Exactly.
Because they're the one who give it like pretty much the final say before it's sent off Shueisha, and so yeah, it's definitely like it totally could be boiling down to an editor maybe just making bad calls or just letting manga pass where they shouldn't.
I mean, it could also just be a new.
Is this guy Shun? It's Shun from Bakuman. Shun Hanshaki. It's the guy that was like given their series whenever they got Detective Trap. It's that guy.
And he wants the guy that wanted gag manga.
Yeah, the guy that wanted gag manga.
Yeah. Except he wants every series to have batshit crazy pacing that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Exactly.
Red Hood.
Right, exactly.
Knowing the same editor did Red Hood and Earthchild, everything makes sense.
Yeah.
No, like if that's true, everything makes sense. But like the thing is, I've never seen anyone like notable talk about this, and like even me, I'm not notable. Like, and I'm talking about it.
Oh, don't sell yourself short.
You're on the Manga Panel podcast. So
but like, I've never seen like someone big talk about like this phantom editor that's just ruining shit.
Right. Well, I mean, people talk about that in terms of Jump as like a whole magazine. I guess they don't really focus in on the editor specifically. But I think this does go to the greater point of people saying like, "Oh, Jump has been canceling manga too early." Now that all of us are reading basically everything in the magazine, I think we can all pretty safely say, maybe not you, Trent. I think we can all safely say that like they're not canceling stuff too early.
I don't think they are. Yeah,
this is totally justified. People on Twitter that just read Black Clover and Jujutsu Kaisen and One Piece will say like, "Oh, they're canceling too much." No, this is totally justified. Everything that's gotten canceled since we started has been completely fair.
When something gets canceled, I don't go, why the fuck it get canceled? Like,
because it's not good.
It's like it's just not. to par
It's
to
on
compete
up
with the rest of the
stuff.
magazine. Like,
Yeah.
and if it can't fight the fight, then it just gets slammed to the back under
They
the
need
Trek
to-
tires.
They need to take the Gachiakuda route and just be a worse series in a different magazine.
No, you can do
Because
anything
have,
over there.
Wait, are you talking about
Right.
the one that
Trash
was made by
manga?
like the Fire Force's assistant? That guy.
Yeah, Gachiakuda's like it's
I
pretty
like
good.
the art. I haven't read it yet, but I like the art.
I've read like the first 10 chapters. It's pretty good. It's just it's something where if it was in WSJ, I would say this is getting canceled. But it's like it's a successful series in the magazine.
That's good. That's good.
The
to hear.
Kodansha one, I can't remember.
We're getting English print. I think.
Oh
it's
wow!
out,
I
so.
might buy that then because
Yeah.
it is pretty good. But when I was reading it, I was like, man, this is going to get canceled. And I was like, oh, never mind. It's not competing with My Hero and like One Piece.
Yeah.
It's
I
competing
mean,
with fucking
that's not
Rent a
saying much
Girlfriend
right
and
now.
Tokyo Revengers, so it's fine.
Right.
The trash manga isn't competing with trash.
Yeah. But let's talk about Aliens Area before we get even further
Yeah.
off track. Because this
Interesting
was
chapter.
yeah, good
This
job.
is like okay. This is where Aliens Area is like set up a character that you know like they're diving into the politics of the alien world. Like there's interesting conflicts, and then conflict brings like serious like matter. Like what the like something actually happened where I had like stake and care. I care about this character that they just introduced. She gives you enough information where you're curious about the world and her politics.
Yeah.
And she has a crazy backstory.
Yeah.
And there's
And they
even like
fucking kill
there's
her.
even like a right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
there's
kind
even a moment of like, did she betray them or something?
Yeah.
And it's just like really interesting.
It like that. This is the kind of shit it should have been doing from like chapter 3.
Right.
Like, and of course like obviously it's good, and I like to see that it's doing things better. But I do definitely believe it's far too late. But holy shit, when it wants to be interesting, when it tries really hard, it does an amazing job. Aliens Area definitely. This writer is able to, when he's not pulling his punches.
Every 3
Homie
chapters
hits
is a
hard.
good chapter.
Homie hits hard, truly.
But you gotta wonder though, is it like too little, too late?
Oh,
Yes.
definitely.
Oh
The
no,
series
definitely.
ends.
There's no way this is getting back up on its
Oh,
feet.
this is done. This
Like-
is the next canceled series for sure. In my opinion,
I
anyway.
like there maybe by some miracle if it just keeps up on this amazing pace, just like from this like because I like reading this chapter, I literally like my fucking jaw dropped. I was like, "There's
Me
no
too.
way."
Yeah.
There's
On the
no
last
way.
It
panel,
was
yeah.
good. It was a good chapter. I agree.
And like if like
has
and
good setup.
oh for sure. And then you go to the pages before the fucking burning building, and like the intensity that they set up in the paneling is actually
Yeah.
crazy. Like he did awesome there. So
Agreed.
There's definitely going to be a subset of people that read the first 3 chapters, didn't like it, and then were like, and then whenever someone asks, like, hey, should I start Aliens Area? They're like, nah, it's just a shitty shonen battle manga.
Right.
And which now it seems to be a little bit more than that, which
I wanted to
sucks.
dip deeper into like the mystery
Right,
side of it
exactly.
because that's what they
That's
feel
what
like
we're getting.
detectives, dude. Like yeah, exactly.
it's like yeah,
Um,
like more like the space politics kind of stuff like that, like morality with aliens. It's really
It's interesting
it's
stuff.
really good at that.
Something cool that we got was like, I forget his name. It's like Shiraku, the guy, the Dr.
Thank you.
Senku looking guy.
Yeah, it's Rocco, I think.
He had a cool moment where he's like, I might loosen up on our rules because they seem nice. Like it was like a really cool moment for him, and it's not something you would expect from something like Doron, maybe, where the main character is kind of just a meathead that does shonen protagonist stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. With Aliens Area, this happens. Well, this wasn't really the case with Earthchild, but with Duran and not even, really just Duran in this, I don't fucking care about the characters. They've
Yeah.
already lost.
No,
They-
exactly.
They fucked up the main protagonist.
Yeah.
Shiraku was okay; he's fine, but the actual main character,
The guy with the arm.
Konami, yeah, the one with, yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing there. There is nothing.
there's actually
It's too late.
before Duran, there's like a bunch of series that are like this, where it's just like the characters kind of suck, but the world's really cool. Like,
Yeah.
there's Guardian and the Witch, which is like a really interesting battle manga because there's like duos of like knights and witches fighting against other knights and witches.
Oh, that sounds cool.
There's like 2v2 battles.
Oh, that sounds
So
cool.
like it was interesting, but like the main characters sucked so much balls that you did not care about. So
that's a shame. That's a real shame. Like
so that's
yeah.
like we're getting the same thing where it's like man, I really don't care about this main character, but the series is really cool.
Because it's just no matter how hard you fight with the series, like then it's not gonna get anywhere.
Right.
If
And
you
Black
don't
Clover
have
is an
good characters-
anomaly because the main character sucks and it still does it's still successful.
Grail.
He's fine.
Asta's just like he barely makes that like.
He's better than
cookie
this.
cutter.
I can tell you that
Yeah,
much.
he is better
Better
than
than
this.
aliens there.
But no,
He's on that.
I think that the main character definitely could have been fixed earlier on, like you guys said, and also that Hajime is definitely better, like Senku looking guy.
Yeah.
Shiraku.
Shiraku, Hajime, Shiraku, whatever. He just has like a certain suave to him that I really like. He's got like the long coat. He's got like the calmness. I don't know, like
He has a
mental-
personality.
Yeah, he has a personality. That's what I'm
The other
trying
guy
to
does.
get
The
at.
other guy does not at
He
all.
just doesn't. So if they could fix that, then I think that it could probably pull itself up a little bit. But again, like we already just talked about, it's a little bit too late. You shouldn't have wasted 5 chapters on the fucking
The most powerful man in the fucking multiverse.
yeah. The
What the
assassin.
hell was that?
What were
Get
they
out of
thinking
here.
with that?
That was horrible.
Immediately, I actually didn't think about that. This chapter showed an assassin that was better at the job than that guy was.
Yeah. He also kills people. Like people are now dead. That is what an assassin is supposed to do. Like there is stake. There's a lot of stake in here.
Yeah.
They are
But,
also burnt to a crisp. They're little roasted steak.
You want to talk about Super Smartphone instead? 'Cause
Absolutely.
I've beaten this to death.
The better series.
Yeah, the better series that's somehow in bottom.
That's still at the bottom of the magazine. Is gonna
Yeah.
get canceled. I'm gonna
Right.
kill myself.
This is okay. This is the one. This is the one so far where I'd go, why did it get canceled?
Right.
The only reason I can think is it's just not on to par. It just can't fight the fight. It's good. It is
There's
very
other
good,
stuff that is better,
but
it's simply
there
like
is
that.
other stuff that is better, and it just
And even the stuff that I think maybe isn't better, like PPP, right place, right time. I think this is something that is also true of Jump.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Maybe bring these kind of things out when like My Hero and stuff are start ending because they can fill in that gap of battle manga that the magazine needs. But
Right.
as of right now, you're just kind of fighting something that you can't win. But you know,
well, smartphone is an anomaly because it's bringing something to Jump that Jump doesn't have right now, and it's not a battle manga. It's like it's just weird. It's
Right.
fighting on its own because it's not competing with
It's a
any
mental
specific
battle.
series, and whereas like battle manga it's competing with like stuff like Black Clover, Jujutsu Kaisen, One Piece, My Hero. It's like
Right.
wow. So it's
Yeah.
like I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, smartphone had a really great chapter. The characters.
Cool new
introduced-
characters. Boken.
Great new characters, yeah. Boken and what was her name?
I don't think we got it.
I don't think we got her name. I'm looking
Yeah.
at the real.
I don't
no,
know.
I
think-
could have sworn we
he
did.
made it-
It was like
Oh, it's Ray. It's Ray.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
REI. Ray. Yeah.
I remember them making a joke where they're like, "What do you want me to call you?" And he gave her some super lame name. But
Oh yeah. I think the characters are interesting. I feel threatened almost.
right.
Which is good, I suppose, because having like those rival characters or like enemy characters show up before like the final bad, that's probably going to be Zenichiro if we're all like on the same page, right? Like he's most likely the big bad, unless number 1 or something or one of the other numbers ends up being worse,
Yeah.
which I don't really see happening. I don't know. They're cool.
The series is in a good spot because if it gets canceled, I don't think it really would affect the story that much. I feel like you can wrap this up in 5 chapters
Yeah.
at any point, based on just how it's written.
Agreed.
Q had a really cool moment with the new male character
Yeah.
where the male character the male character says, "I want you to prove that you're smart enough to be like on our team." And he says, "Find my identity in 3 days." And then Q
He
just immediately tackles him and tries to steal his smartphone, his super smartphone.
I think it was trying
And
to steal his
then-
ID, actually.
Yeah, I think it was actually his
Yeah,
Oh,
wallet.
it's his
he
ID.
kinda did.
Right. So then the guy says, "Oh, you're stupid." Like he immediately said, wrote him off. But he's like, "Someone died.
Yeah. We don't
Like,
have 3 days.
We
to
don't
waste."
have 3
Yeah.
days to fuck
Yeah.
around." Like
Yeah.
Q had a really cool moment.
Yeah. He had.
And like I almost shit myself when that happened.
Dude, it's
There's three series made me shit myself this week, and that was one of them.
such a
Okay.
good moment.
right, I'm excited to hear the other two.
Yeah, I'm
You should
actually
see my
interested
pants.
too.
There's so much. There's so much poop on them.
Oh wow,
3 manga worth of poop.
it's been 5 days. They're still sitting in the hamper.
He's been waiting to bring them out at the end.
My apartment I have to pay for the laundry, so I'm not just gonna willy nilly do a load of laundry just
Once a
for
month.
pants.
Yeah.
Once a month you do laundry.
Once a month.
Got to reuse
Alright.
them a few times.
Yeah, no,
Reuse them.
I'm interested to see, going forward, how do you think everyone is going to start pairing off into teams, or do you think there's going to be like some loners, some people that just do things their own way with their smartphones, or
I think Zenitsu will get more people in his pocket probably,
Yeah.
if anything.
probably, but
And then there'll probably be another
right?
group.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there will probably be like one person that's alone, but
Yeah.
for the most part, I think it'll be pairs.
All right, tell me some scenarios that you like to see happen, because I got an idea for one already. What if there's like one of them ends up being like the head of? This is dumb. Okay, going back to Ayashimon, I really liked the biker gang. I know a lot of people didn't like that part of the manga, but I really liked them. I think it'd be cool if one of them got their hands on like one of the phones and like used their gang to like kind of take down some of the other guys. I think that sounds cool. It's not on the same level as Zenitsu, who has like a whole organization beneath them, but he has like a gang put together so they can go out and like take out these other guys. I think that's cool. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Although the way you worded it was funny. I thought you meant literally you wanted the character from my Shimon
Yeah.
to get a super smartphone and be in this manga.
I wasn't trying to put it that way. I just said I liked the biker gang.
No, I get what you're saying. It was funny. Yeah, I could totally. I mean,
I don't think there was a character like that, but I'm just kind of
the plot
It's like on
device
my wish
of
list.
the super smartphone is so fucking perfect. You can do anything,
Yeah.
and it'll be
Yeah.
interesting. You can give it to a toddler, and that'd be hype.
That'd be
Like
crazy.
actually,
dude. That's funny because
iPad.
Future
fucking
Diary
kid.
has a character.
yeah, he's
that's
an
a toddler.
iPad kid.
Yeah.
Uses it to watch YouTube. Coco Melon.
It's just like an actual 2-year-old. They're just pushing him in the stroller. You just see him with the smartphone. You just like, okay. All right, let's talk
Anyways.
about the third worst series in the magazine.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
that's actually kind of insane. My Hero being this low.
That's gotta be legendary. That has to be like one of the lowest rankings it's ever had.
That's as legendary as Undead Unluck being lead color.
Oh
Yeah.
no,
There-
literally, it hasn't been even. Yeah, there's been a
No,
couple times
it's-
it's been low. This is easily the lowest since like a
Right.
long time.
Since chapter 152, it looks like.
Yeah,
That's
Wow.
crazy. That's
Three
like
years have passed.
4 years
Like,
ago, yeah.
yeah. Chapter 151.
But it actually is the lowest ever,
Mirio
huh?
Togata was at number 15.
What? Mirio didn't do well? That's my
Yeah.
favorite character.
But
That
th-
was the arc I did not enjoy, so maybe that was one of something there.
We'll see.
Maybe
I'm
I
like
just like
literally
shit.
like 3 chapters off that. I'll let you guys know if that chapter was really that bad.
Okay. Are you gonna dip out, Aiden, or do you not care?
I don't care. Go
Okay.
crazy.
I fucking hate this.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
It's so bad. They're saying, oh, he's literally stitching his heart back together with his fucking body fibers. I don't even know, bro. That's such shit writing.
It is.
It's not like Earthchild is a character we care about.
Right.
And
If
going
you
back to what
want
I've
us
been
to
saying,
care, develop the characters.
Exactly.
We've only had development for fucking Deku.
and going
Well, I
back
mean,
to what
it's
I've been
Deku's
saying,
story told from his perspective, I think, right? Because that was like the start of the chapter. It's like
this is
it's
my
not-
story.
Yeah, this is my story.
This
is My Hero
Academia.
Yeah.
I mean, as always, his art's still really good. It's 13 pages long, these chapters nowadays, but
Oh, you're right. It was
Art's
a
still fine.
short chapter. Yeah.
um,
I don't know. It's just like we've been saying this for every week. Why did any
Why?
of this happen? It feels like padding right now, unless there's some greater significance. I guess Bakugo's gonna come back and be extra powerful or some shit.
dude,
that's
that
prob-
wouldn't make
that's
any
probably-
sense for him to be
It
powerful.
doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. But it's probably what's gonna happen because otherwise, why the fuck?
If they actually just bring him back just with like a power boost, it wouldn't make any sense because there's literally nothing. That can make
Him
more
dying
powerful.
made no sense, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Like,
the issue.
Did he get some kind of special training that he's gonna just like have a memory about? Like, oh,
All
Speed
Might
has
gave
taught
me
me
half
this.
his quirk. some insane
Well, that
retcon shit.
happened. Or I won't spoil a movie that I haven't seen, but I
Wait.
think something close to that.
Wait,
happened.
is that really what happened in that?
In one of the
No.
movies, I feel like that happens, which is how you know that it's dog shit and how it shouldn't
is.
happen in the manga.
Dude, I don't know, man. I kind of started liking My Hero again, but it's a little bit too late.
This last arc has been not good,
I hate this arc.
which sucks because it is the last arc, and
Right.
it will forever be the lasting impact we had or impression we had, which is just like that always sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of you guys watch Game of Thrones, but that last season being dog shit ruined the
watched
entire
it. I watched
series.
it. Yeah.
The rest of the series is fucking 10 out of 10, but then that last season ruined it. I don't even care anymore. It's
Off
like,
topic, but have you started watching House of Dragon yet?
I haven't. I've heard good things, but
It's
I don't
pretty
know.
good.
I don't know if I care anymore. I'm just so detached
I will say that
after what happened.
if you want to know how this chapter is, it's so bad that we started talking about fucking
Game of
Game of
Thrones.
Game of Thrones, not a manga or an anime.
There's like Game of Thrones anime, bro.
The
So
only
I'll be-
comparison between that is that they're bad. So that's where
Yeah.
you should draw.
Aw.
Honestly, but yeah, let's move on from My Hero. We don't need to talk about it anymore.
Let's talk about Peak.
Peak.
Yes.
At the bottom of the magazine.
I did.
It was
get
an
around
okay
to
chapter.
I got around to like putting on just any music to listen to this one. We didn't get like a certain song for this chapter, but I just put on classical.
We
music
have
in
one.
general.
Any
They did
classical
tell
music.
you. They did tell you what's
For the next chapter, right?
which is-
Yeah.
Yeah.
La Campanella.
Yeah.
Something Italian or French,
But
right?
also the final chapter, or the final panel. Let's go listen to a god play the piano.
That was
That is
the
cool.
best.
That is
hype.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Sora Chica, right?
Sora Chica.
Yeah.
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 Sword Chica. That guy's gonna.
He's gonna.
Isn't he like the? Isn't he like? I was really about to say, isn't he like the second oldest brother? No, they're all born the same day. We keep on going back to that same.
Hey, to be fair, they keep talking about it though, because they're fucking
Yeah.
doing a
Keep on
second
talking
before.
about it.
It's a key plot point
He's like number 2 out of the womb or something. I don't know. We'll see.
after
Something like that.
Fanta.
Yeah,
He popped
after
out
Fanta.
second.
Something like that, right?
Right.
Oh, it was a good chapter. Nothing. I feel like I
Well,
never really have that much tangible to say about PPP. It's just always like it's solid. I will
Yeah.
say I feel like we've been in this arc for like we're teetering on being in a little bit too long. I feel like the entire time we've been doing this podcast, we've been in this little
Yeah,
battle.
we have.
So
But
I
it
am
was
ready to
when we
maybe move on a
started.
little bit.
It was when we started. I think we're on round 2. This is gonna be
3.
round
This
3.
is round 3.
This is round
Yeah.
3. There'll be 4. So
We're getting to the end of it soon,
yeah,
but
we're getting to the end. I bet you.
it's been a while.
Like that's not bad though. Like
2 or
I
3
feel
more
like this
chapters of
also
this
could be
round
the
and 3
end
more
of
in
the
this one.
series. Where
Yeah.
like we're pretty
Yeah.
close. Like
Like, where can they even go? Where can they
I
go?
was gonna say like, when I first got caught up and we first started covering this series on the podcast, I
Yeah.
said that this might be a really short series because he kind of just plays against his siblings and then there's nothing really after that.
the father
So,
will
and-
probably be the final step.
Right, and then the father, and then but like this arc is just speed running all the siblings.
Pretty much.
Yeah, literally, it's just one by one. Here's this sibling. Here's the other one.
Exactly.
The worst part
Yeah,
is like some of the siblings are getting more attention than the others. Like
Like,
Melodane
the Ranger.
and
I was gonna say, Memeing got like fucking 5 chapters.
Yeah.
right. That's what I meant. Me mean.
Yeah.
So I really don't know.
It's good.
It's good, but like, where can they even really go? Unless they decide to take it to another country or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am curious what the direction of it is. But I guess this is one of those things we'll just have to wait and see.
I'm okay with it just being a short series.
Yeah,
Oh, me too.
I don't mind
Absolutely.
because it's just artsy. It's like that's what
Right.
it's here for. It's more of like a flaunt of art, and it is interesting to see that it survived and jumped this far, just being very artsy. But that just
It's
shows
not
that
common.
that just shows that art is talent, and which is exciting.
It's
hope it just
also very
ends on a high
different.
note.
You know, like when an art style stands out and you can remember what the character looks like.
Oh yeah.
Then you know it's gonna stick around for at least a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what also kind of worries me about the new series Tokyo Demon Bride, because like the art isn't very like different from like
It's kinda
it's not very
generic
unique. It's a little generic, but I'm still hopeful. We'll talk about it more later, but I just wanted to say that. Anything else on PPP or
No, I think we're gonna go to Mashle.
Mashle. Yeah.
Go
Mashle
to
with an
start
awesome
us,
chapter.
start us off, Aiden.
You and Bo.
Man. I just
Yeah.
like
You're gonna die 100 times over.
this,
Fucking
awesome.
went sicko mode.
dude.
I'm not a
just
huge
like,
Dot fan, but that panel like makes me.
I can't believe we just never thought, oh man, like the headband's probably not just like design.
No, I know,
we knew
literally.
about this.
Like-
we knew about this.
No, we knew about his power. Yeah.
Yeah,
Am I monkey? I'm monkey.
Yeah,
We've
you're
known about
monkey.
his power.
We've
He
known
used it
about
like
this.
one other time before. Yeah.
We've known about this since the arc where they all infiltrate the like student group that's like evil.
Oh,
Did he use it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he used
Oh,
this
I'm tripping.
ability,
I
and
don't-
it's like the sign is like when he's
Of course.
fighting for his friend, he's like 100 times more powerful. Or something.
Yes. Now I remember.
But-
And that's why he thinks he's a protagonist, which makes it
Yeah,
so funny.
exactly.
It's like,
Yeah.
that
'Cause
power
I'm the main
friendship
character.
type thing. That's what pulls it off.
Man's got
That's
Kaioken.
awesome. Yeah.
This definitely also brings me to the point where I'm like, I definitely want to reread some of these series, like Mashle and Witch Watch. Just like
I think I read through
do
Mashle a
really
little
enjoy
too
them.
fast.
I
I think.
do really enjoy them. And
That's what the
so-
volumes are there for.
Yeah.
I read them all on the app. Then whenever I get the volumes, I try to read through them like one by one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think 8 just dropped for Mashle. But no, this is awesome. I like fucking Lance taking the hit. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, that was
Man-
Because
man
that just
got-
like that just shows so much character development. Like he has such an ego, and his whole thing is like he's the best. So just for a character like that to kind of step up like that, like Sasuke would never, bro. Sasuke would
No,
never.
Sasuke would never.
well, that's not his only thing. He's also got the sister thing going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's just so many character tropes, you know? I think that's what makes Mashle really special is that there's all these super powerful characters and they're all like distinct character tropes that could be seen as another protagonist for a different series. Like any one of them could be the protagonist with more development. But then you have Mashle, who's literally only strong and he looks like a side character, right? But
Yeah.
he's out
Bring
here
up-
kicking ass and he is the main character. You have a guy that literally looks and talks like he is the main character.
The
but
main
he's
character
not.
we haven't seen like 30 fucking chapters. Let's go,
Yeah.
baby.
No, but it's been goated ever since.
It's been
to
it's
be
been
honest,
really good.
it's been way better than I thought it would be without Mash in it.
So
These fights have been great.
that makes me super glad because like Mashle just stands on its own because it's built such a fun cast of side characters because they didn't have to be super serious all the time. And so again, it's like one of those things where when you take something that's not always so serious and put it in very dangerous and like intense situations, it just heightens that level because then you're like, oh shit,
Yeah, like
oh
stuff's actually
Yeah.
happening
shit,
right now.
it's that.
That's why this is going back to the whole thing with Roboco, though, man. Like when I was talking about the other day, like I'd like Roboco to dip its toes into the more serious stuff for a little bit because it's different. You don't know
Yeah,
how
it
Subvert
has-
expectations.
It has no
Yeah.
right. It has no right.
That's no right.
It definitely has the right, bro.
Man, I will
wanna
take
see
Roboco
Roboco
doing
kick
anything
ass.
interesting at this point.
Hey.
It can turn into a complete train wreck. At least it's something.
Whatever. You don't understand the peakness of Roboco, man.
I'm really missing out.
You are missing out, bro. You don't get it. You don't get it.
Promise you, I don't remember what happened this chapter of Roboco. We'll get to that, but I really don't remember.
Okay, it's okay.
Real quick, something I want to say about Mashle before we move on is Lance. That's his name, right? Yeah, Lance. Just monkey brain, not intellectual at all. He just gets a really cool thirds, like God.
Yeah, I know,
position
right?
Stand. And then also, the pudding guy shows off his thirds, or his thirds because it's Sisyphus.
Yeah,
But
so
his
it's
wand-
funny.
His wand is a spoon, and then his suit turns into a pudding design, which is just fucking hilarious. But that's not nearly as intellectual as the conversations we were having. But I did think that I should make note of it.
Yeah. For sure.
Was there another fight set up? Am I tripping?
There was. No.
Who was it?
No.
Or was this it? I
This
can't
was
remember.
it,
Is
because
there a
it
character I'm
this
forgetting?
This was.
This
Oh
is
yes. No.
before.
Lemon.
Oh,
Protecting Mash, which will.
Well, yeah,
which
yeah,
will bring in Mash. So, I'm sure. I'm
Yeah,
sure
we
that's
are
the
Because
close.
Lemon
to
ain't
the
balling,
peak.
dude. He's not gonna fight. You
No.
okay? You crazy?
Maybe. Maybe you don't know how gassed up she is. But yeah, Undead Unluck. So just
Unlack.
Unlack. It's lacking.
Caught on lacking.
Caught
Caught on
lacking.
lacking.
But following the front page issue, it's got a great color page. You know, like
Yeah.
shows off them
Dude.
before the manga, like kind of the prequel era, and then like the beginning, the first chapter when they first meet, and then kind of
Yeah.
the present position.
Yeah.
You sound like a fucking Undead Unluck scholar right now.
Yeah, well,
This man
I'd like to know why
knows.
you're stepping on my turf right now, Aiden.
No. This is Key's
I
moment.
read
This is my
the
time.
first
My time.
chapter. I read the first chapter. I know everything now. It's
That's all you needed.
let's go, baby! It's Lupin time. It's Lupin time. Lupin
It
the
is Lupin
third.
time. All right. Okay. Yeah, no, you did steal my volume at PAX to read for a little bit. I remember that.
Yeah.
Only old busted
But
Nintendo.
anyway, since Aiden already kind of stole my thunder with the color page, I guess I'll just talk about the rest of the chapter. So the main highlights for this chapter is the book Ragnarok basically said, okay, it's time to loop. Here's what you have to do to get that spot, because up to this point, the head boss of the whole organization, Juice, was the one that was looping because she has the first seat. This makes the seats kind of have a significance to them now, because only the one who sits in the number 1 spot actually gets to loop. Everybody else just fucking dies. So Louise makes a point to just make Fuko the one, like, in charge of the whole thing. By sitting her down at the seat, she has to do a whole lot of other, like, requirements, and one of those requirements is actually surviving all the forces of fucking God on her for, like, the next 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, that's a very shonen thing to do. But just the paneling was really interesting, too, because we got a scene with Victor and Andy, just kind of like a split down the middle. So he has like long hair on one side, and then like the Andy personality on like the other side. I think it's just a cool look. I don't know, man. I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Just the art's really good. Lots of emotional moments. For some reason, Louise is crying too, and they're like, "Oh, we're both cryberries, haha, so relatable." So on and so forth, and then I guess Andy and her are gonna just like team up to help protect her so she can survive and go on with the loop. So the stakes are high. It's just another Undead Unluck chapter, just trying to get to the loop, and now it's finally like happening, basically. So it's good. I'm happy with it. Good chapter. Any comments? I don't think anyone else is actually
Put me to sleep right now, man. I'm kidding.
well. Shit, I'll just shove my face.
Before we went to PAX, I was reading my volume because I have all 8 volumes that are out right now. I got to like volume 4, so I'm past where I was. It's all right. It's respectable. But now I'm reading 20th Century Boys, so sorry, Undead. Sorry, Undead Unluck. You're on hold for a bit.
What happened to like prioritizing the podcast today?
Hell no.
He's prioritizing.
I watched
being
Ranking of
fully
Kings, and then I was like, oh, this is what good stories are. I forgot. I forgot what a good story is. Crazy.
You are prioritizing being fully cultured, but Elusive Samurai was fucking terrific. I had like a really good laugh reading this. I thought this chapter was well, at least the first half of this chapter was funny, and then I was stone faced at the end. Fucking homie just goes off thinking about women. He's like, thinks about lap pillow, bam. Boobs, bam. Hand holding, that was the one that made it pop off the most. Can we just talk about that? This guy's the go. Really hopeless romantic over here. Hand holding made him kill a dude. So
yeah.
Did it?
No, it just looks sick.
He tried to kill a dude.
He did.
He tried.
He did.
Emphasis on tried.
Very much. But you know, women won't get him far enough apparently. Because he got sliced down.
He got sliced down.
I think that the coolest part about this chapter was just how like the history portions of it, like tradition and all that.
Right.
Like when the guy got the head, and then you have to identify the head to figure out how much like praise or glory you get.
Get the death makeup on it.
Yeah, the death makeup and stuff. I thought that was really cool.
That was
I love
really
finding
neat
all the little history facts on.
Yeah,
reading this.
It is neat. It is very neat. And then
He's getting that. I know what you're gonna say. He's like teaching a history class now, or he's doing something for a history class.
Not what I was gonna say, but yes, that's also sick. That is also sick. Koro Sensei is teaching the Elusive Samurai characters about history, which is cool.
Crazy.
Which is cool. But no, Shizuku's in trouble, so we'll see what the fuck happens next chapter. I like definitely interesting. I mean, I don't care as much when the adults fight because I just definitely have a disconnect. Obviously they're not our main characters, so I don't
huge
care
disconnect
as much.
for me.
And so, but it was funny. It was a good bit, so it was worth it. It was worth it. But obviously, seeing our protagonists, our retainers involved, that's what I care about the most. And we'll
Yeah.
see a lot of that next chapter.
And actually, something that was really interesting is the tactic of the enemy is the guy that was fighting the good guy is like super honor bound, and he like gets furious whenever you do something that's kind of shady and not
Oh, that panel of him looking angry.
But yeah, the panel of him looking angry, but also the tactic of the enemy was to shoot their own man with an arrow.
Yeah.
And then like kind of provoke him and make him think that people were being like dishonorable. So it was a really cool moment of like interesting strategy within the battle that's taking place.
Yeah, it's really there's interesting tactics in this. There definitely is. Like I do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Do you? Because I thought you guys were the ones that were like hating all like the maps and stuff.
No,
I like the maps. It's just
it's hard to follow.
I just think sometimes it becomes hard to follow. That's not that I dislike it. It's just is a weird thing to focus on. It's like fucking playing Fire Emblem in the middle of being in the middle of a fucking match and then remembering everything like 2 years later.
Yeah.
Like good luck.
Sometimes this manga is too much for my monkey brain, to be honest.
Yeah. Because when I'm reading Weekly Magazine, I am.
I don't know, man. The most complex thing that I'm reading in this magazine is always Witch Watch, which thankfully I wasn't reading this week. So,
honestly, it's not even the maps, I guess, as much for me. It's just like there's so many characters from different like lineages that I'm just like, who the fuck is that?
The lineage matters.
Yes,
and this all really does matter. So like when I fuck one character name up, it's like, oh god.
And like if I was the young little Japanese lad taking Japanese history class, I might be like, yeah, I know this, but I am not. So I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. But
manga that's really good for monkey brains. Mission Yozakura family.
Yes, sir. You stole the words out of my mouth.
We got a gamer girl chapter. Our
gamer
favorite.
girl, gamer girl Timmy chapter.
This was the best chapter of Mission Yozakura family, hands down.
And the chapter starts off with, never mind, I won't make that joke. But we got the gamer girl.
I wonder. I can read between the lines here.
We got the gamer girl wet on the first page.
Popsicle.
Popsicle. All the tropes that you can think of.
The worst of the worst.
Right.
It's a battle of the gamers and hackers and programmers. Trent,
also,
I thought you'd be like all over this, man.
Also, yeah, I mean,
this is exactly.
They did. Okay, I think this chapter did throw out like words that sounded sciencey, but I actually know what those words mean, and I don't think they really meant anything. It's just like science words. And then also, something that was surprising was we haven't had a gag manga chapter in a while on Yozakura family. This is like the first time we've had a gag manga chapter. And I mean, this chapter still kind of matters in the story.
Yeah.
But it was predominantly supposed to be funny.
Yeah, it definitely is interesting and kind of weird. Like, not a bad thing weird, but like, it's just interesting because it's coming off the heels of like all this, like, it's in the middle of the most important arc. It's just weird. Not a bad thing.
Yozakura does this a lot.
Yeah.
Before I forget what it's called. I forget what the arc is called, but the shitty one that was a battle manga, and they go to the island. Before they hinted at the island, and then they said we have to prepare, and then there was like 7 gag manga chapters of them preparing, and then there was like 10 battle manga chapters. So it's like really interesting where they choose to do the gag manga chapters because it's usually in the middle of a really important arc.
But I mean, it's also kind of setting up for that. I know that they're still kind of preparing because the whole reason she's hacking into this database is to like help find the dad. But they put it out in a way where it's like funny and goofy and whatever.
Oh, I don't think this chapter is bad, but it's just interesting because they do gag manga chapters aren't like after arcs. It's usually in the middle of them, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely just I don't know. It's fun.
It is fun. Yeah.
I actually kind of wish more stories did this a little bit more often. Obviously, it can feel a little annoying at times when you're trying to just like get back to like the fight or whatever. But just like funny chapters like this in between kind of make it good, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And also, Leon's just kind of a great character. I like her a lot.
She is the gamer girl that everyone wants.
Exactly. But yeah, anyone else got anything you want to say about Yozakura? I know Bo is catching up, right? Are you still catching
Yeah,
up?
I haven't read anymore in like 2 weeks. I'm on like chapter 80, I think, so I still have a ways to go. But
Yeah,
I was,
like
I think,
16 more
yeah, I
chapters.
was enjoying it more from where I was. I can't remember exactly what was happening, but it was getting better. I was starting to like the characters some more. So hopefully by the time I catch up, I'll actually enjoy it.
So you're like jumping back and forth between Undead Unluck and this, then, right?
Yeah, well, I wanted something like read in bed, which was Undead
Yeah.
Unluck, but then I got all of 20th Century Boys. So now it's that, and then when I'm on my phone or something, it's Mission Yozakura.
Yeah.
So
All right. Well,
it will happen eventually, sooner
Aiden,
than later.
You want to say anything about Yozakura, or no?
All right, Blue Box
Okay,
time,
okay.
baby.
Yeah, Blue Box
Blue
time,
Box.
baby. Our worst
Yes,
fucking
sir.
nightmare.
Well, actually, let's kick it off with a because it's a chance to blossom with a gorgeous, so beautiful color page.
Crazy.
And us really understanding how Chunatsu's little brain works. She just spilled all.
Yeah, we
First
finally
time
got
I've
like,
ever
cool
understood a woman.
Yeah, literally.
reading Blue Box chapter 867.
I mean, like,
This is a big moment for Trent. He's gonna write this one down in his diary.
Finally, now I get it.
This is a really good
I
chapter.
just gotta
Really,
get.
really good
I just
chapter.
gotta get Chinatsu Senpai to recognize that feeling, to acknowledge that feeling, and so my pot can blossom. But
It's just a seedling right now.
No.
Definitely the one I did.
it was a cute chapter because and I don't know, just like solidifies, like, obviously, like, she's got such like more like really truly romantic feelings for Taiki, more like
Yeah.
idealistic romantic, which is just cute. I'm down for it. I'm here for it.
Also, this chapter introduces our worst nightmare, which is
Which-
a new love it possible interest.
I do
kind
think
of goated.
this kind of balanced the scales because it's like Chinatsu is this like impenetrable fortress now, and they're like, yeah, here's a little pea shooter.
He's a little peach, dude. No, it's gonna be so good because like they
What?
kind of set up that like I don't know what the fuck Aiden's even talking about. But
It's
they're setting
worry.
up that she's kind of like a little bit of a floozy. She's like has a
Yeah.
ton of boyfriends. He just dumps them left and right. You know, Taiki's not gonna fucking play that game.
no. Not
And
at
so
all.
it's gonna be really funny just seeing him shut her down, which is obviously what's gonna
Dude,
happen.
she's gonna be like what's her name in Psyche K, the blue-haired girl,
Terahashi.
Terahashi. There you
Yeah,
go.
she's just. This girl's just here to shake things up. Trent's a big fan of Psyche K. He could have named her. But
No, so is Evie. She just told me the name from over there.
that's
I bet I like Psyche K more than you.
All
probably.
right, put them on a podcast together.
Probably.
Fight it out.
But yeah, no. Chinatsu's back, which is exciting. Good for them.
Oh yeah, she moved back in. Yeah,
Yep, and
this
then
is actually a lot happened this
a
chapter.
lot happened
Yeah, a
this
lot.
chapter.
Now that I think about it, this is actually kind of a crazy chapter.
It's
Also,
not just sports in this chapter. It's actually plot advancements.
and
The
then,
new girl is the team manager for
yeah, which
Mikey's team, which is
will be
that's
funny.
such an interesting little plot point.
Yeah, which will be funny
that'd be
because
right
I
up
think
against-
obviously she's not gonna just like put a hole in the plot. Like, I feel like the worst that can happen happened with Hina. So, like, I don't know. It's just
Yeah, but-
it's just like another character, so they can just kind of.
It'd be crazy if Taiki also accidentally kissed her.
No, but you see, I don't even think that's very far off, Trent, because the fact that she is going to be like the team manager, she's gonna be like, Taiki, hold the racket like this, do the swings like this.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
like,
she's gonna be all
that's
over
gonna
him, yeah.
happen, isn't it?
Well, I feel like we also have such a safety net for misunderstandings because Chinatsu knows. She knows who the floozy is.
Yeah, that I guess is
True.
true.
Well, that's what I think will be interesting is seeing how Hina reacts to this.
Yeah,
I could totally
that
see them
will
having
be
like an
funny.
actual cat fight.
I
I'm just
think,
gonna
yeah.
do a fucking backflip, kick her in the face, dude. I can't wait.
Just like Psyche K.
Just like
Just like Taiki K.
Show that I've watched. Definitely.
Yes.
definitely.
You're actually really on the ball with that one, so it does seem like you watched it.
Uh,
But yeah, no, I mean, there's it's just lots of like, cool stuff, developments has happened.
Yeah, Bo, didn't you say something about how we just need like one more so everyone can have one girl to represent them? To
Oh,
show,
that was Trent.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
so-
Trent? Okay,
I
yeah.
know me and Bo look a lot alike, so
I don't know if
Yeah.
anybody's picking us.
You
picking
guys
an
both
eye
wear
on it.
hats. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, no, we're fucking identical, dude.
Same hat actually. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. What, yeah, where'd you get yours?
Goku.
Same.
Love this. I love this. Nobody read the fucking Shogumaru One Piece one shot, right?
No.
Are you
Yeah,
kidding me? Of course I did.
That is the crazy thing is
Did you?
we did get
No.
a one shot of Shogumaru, the manga of Shogumaru writing a love story of One Piece characters
Yeah.
Really?
or
That's
characters
what
in
I-
the One Piece world. I think.
Really?
It's
I don't think
no,
it's
it's like
How
a
to get
school.
away with that?
It's like a school parody of One Piece. Does
like that
not
Demon
involve
Slayer
One
thing.
Piece characters. It's just like, I think it just makes reference. I don't know. It's weird.
It is really weird.
Anyways,
Okay.
dude, Black Clover went off this chapter. Asta's
Dude,
washing up
fucking
on
crazy.
beaches. He's dead.
Actually.
Well, hey, there he is. That's crazy, man. Went off this week.
Dude, why?
Man
why are you
went through the
spoiling yourself on this thing? I don't understand.
All right, boys. I think we were right. Asta is in hell.
No, you might
Maybe.
be right, but you might be wrong.
Maybe.
But I do remember.
Actually, though.
I do remember our conversations about that, like how he's just
Yeah.
gone,
Well,
right?
we
Like,
get
he's
the-
missing.
Yeah, we also get the speech from what's his name?
What's his name?
Nah.
The the commander or like the vice commander of
Yeah,
the
Knock, yeah.
Black Bulls. He says, "I can choose to tell, like, essentially travel to anyone's shadow, and
Yeah.
I can't travel to Asta's because he's either in another dimension or so far away that I can't."
Dude, I
travel."
promise you he's in hell. I promise you. This is
like,
we called
the
it.
fact
I
that he's in
Okay,
another
okay,
dimension.
here's
He
the
has to
thing,
be in
though.
hell.
Here's the thing, though. Like, I want to believe that, but also I got leaked for like this next week's chapter a
Alright.
little bit.
All right, spoil
Don't
us.
know- I'm not gonna
No,
spoil it, man.
no.
I'm not gonna spoil it, man. But I don't know if it's hell, but it's someplace different.
Okay. I mean, am I stupid? Do we know who this person is? The shadow?
Wait, no.
Should we-
Actually, I just realized. I know exactly what this place is that they're at. Okay, never mind.
They're at Destiny Island.
When you
I,
walk
I
away.
do
No.
feel like we do know who this character is because they wouldn't. I don't think they
They
would have.
wouldn't tease it.
Right.
I know who it is. 'Cause
Oh, you fucking
again,
looked at the
saw-
spoiler.
I locked.
all right. I'm going to
Oh,
Twitter.
no,
I'm going to
no,
Twitter.
No, don't.
I bet
do
it's
it.
the-
I love spoilers.
Big
If you look
It's
this up,
the
we have nothing
chain.
to talk about next week.
Exactly. So just say.
I look at spoilers every week.
Big read. This is the chain guy that he asked to fight in the first chapter.
Ooh,
That'd be
you're right.
wild. That would be
No,
wild.
if it was
It's
that
not.
guy, I would be like,
It's
"This is
not.
stupid." No,
Oh, are you actually looking at the spoilers for yourself right now?
Yeah, I don't care about spoilers.
Okay.
One,
Okay.
I actively look out One Piece spoilers. So Black Clover,
Yeah.
I promise you, I don't care about that.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
four.
it should be fun to talk about next week.
I think that my favorite part. I don't know if this is like a read on anything or what, but like it wasn't just this chapter, but last chapter too. It was Noelle, Mimosa, and Nero. What is that her name? Nero, the bird
Yeah.
girl. Yeah, all three of them just look distraught and like upset that he's just gone. So I know that Mimosa and Noelle have a crush on Asta, obviously, but what about does that mean Nero does too? Is that what they're trying to like say?
I think it's just because she's the bird that's been next to him the whole time. Maybe.
Yeah, I guess there's like a friendship connection there, but also like
Yeah.
it's kind of
It
weird.
is weird that she's set in like the same kind of scenario that two definite, explicit
Crushes.
love interests are
Yeah,
set in.
it's a little weird, but definitely the highlight of this chapter, and that's why it became my favorite chapter, is when Yuno shows up, just looking so fucking
Yuno-
pissed.
Finally,
Yeah, I actually like this character or this chapter. He's probably he's not my least favorite character, but he's the most disappointing because I wish he would do more.
Right.
So seeing him actually like say things that I care about is
Yeah.
really interesting.
I enjoy his little spiel, and also how we kind of like got not just like them talking about, but it was also like the baddies, right? Lucifero or
Yeah,
whatever.
Noel and Mimosa.
Yeah, no, the bad guys. The bad guys were talking
Oh,
about
okay.
him.
Different
The
kind
bad-
of baddie.
The bad guys. The bad guys. I'm
Yes,
blanking on the
man.
names right now. You know who we're talking about? Lucius.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Lucius. They were talking about how like Yuno is kind of a threat right now. Like he's the most threatening at this moment, right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna go take down Yuno. But then where does that leave Asta? Because he's just like in an unknown place. Not sure what's gonna happen. Is he gonna get a power up? Or he's probably gonna get a power up, right? But
That is the Black
Wow.
Clover thing to do.
Is a very black. I still want the idea to be that he's just fighting his way out of hell. That'd be fucking sick.
And then next he goes to heaven, and then fights God.
No.
That's
But
where the series is going.
That's how he gets his power up.
But then I remembered he can't do that though because Lucius actually took out all the demons. Remember from like a chapter ago or so?
Oh yeah.
He like absorbed all
yeah.
of them, right? So that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense because he'd be like fighting his way through basically nothing. So
I'm gonna put
Yeah,
it
I
back
guess.
Black Clover.
Oh wait.
Nah.
So Asta gets his power from a demon. So what happens to
Oh.
what is it? What happens to him?
I
Dude,
think
that's
he's
a good
chilling.
point. Do you think that he's fine?
Also, what happens to Nox demons that he has? I didn't even think about that. That's crazy.
Dude, I didn't think about that either till you brought that up. Shit, if that's
Unless
Well,
maybe they're
and-
different because they have like a contract.
I
but-
think probably 'cause since Nock can still like teleport and all that to the shadows. I don't know. Does he use a demon
Oh.
for that? I
Yeah, no,
assume.
he does.
So
does,
he's-
Yeah,
I would assume. What's Os's little friend's name? I literally
Oh,
can't
little
remember.
guy.
Little guy.
I
Little
know
buddy.
his
I
name.
call him.
I know his name, but I always blank on it when it's important to like
Me too.
say it.
Well, whatever. I think they're probably fine. Most
Yeah.
likely.
Probably. Well, I would hope so. Otherwise, it's just going to kind of make the whole powering up process a lot more difficult. But
They have to get him back first, then power up, and then
yeah.
Because that is
So-
where his power comes from. So it doesn't really make sense if it doesn't happen.
yeah.
Unless he just fucking punches Lucius, you know?
He just gets fucking jacked.
Even
Yeah.
more jacked than he is. He actually
Super
grows.
bodybuilder.
Yeah.
like
Steroids.
The
All right.
Croods.
Let's talk about
The Cruise Asta when he's in the Crudes.
let's talk about Peak. Let's talk
Yeah.
about Sakamoto Days.
This was a really good chapter.
Sakamoto got fat.
Finally, it wasn't in his ass though, man.
It
Fucking-
Yeah.
wasn't his ass, which is
I
great.
feel-
It still was
feel
funny.
fucking
It still was
scammed.
funny. I did laugh.
It looks funny. It looks like he made the panel and then went into Photoshop and did like the liquefy thing. You know, it's just like a little distorted.
It does. It does. It is funny. Dude, why even when he's fat does the action go this fucking hard? It's insane. Sakamoto is just unbelievable.
The paneling in Sakamoto is untouchable.
There's
For
just
real.
also old men. Why do old people in
The fucking
Sakamoto,
janitor.
old people in Sakamoto are just so detailed in the face? They have the most detailed fucking faces ever.
I thought you were gonna say why are old people in Sakamoto so strong? Like, dude,
Also, they are also the
beginning
goats.
of manga.
But
They are
yeah,
also very strong.
but yeah, they just are just sick. And yeah, cool fucking backstory.
Who?
For Amane.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
We know who
the
it
old
is.
man actually had like a
He was
reason.
connection. He was connected.
Like,
Yeah.
developed the character that I didn't think I was going to care for too much.
Well, and
But,
also his, like we found out last chapter, but his father is
Right, exactly.
is that old JCC member.
Yeah. If only we knew names.
Yeah.
Just the fucking main villain.
Yeah. Speaking of that, do you guys want to do the special sometime soon, or are we waiting for another break?
It's
Do it whenever, honestly. Yeah.
yeah.
Whenever we get time.
We still need to do a ranking also.
yeah,
But at this
no.
point, we might as well wait until I catch up on everything,
Yeah. Might as well.
Yeah.
which shouldn't be too much longer. But yeah, it was a good chapter.
Yeah.
Every time I read Sakamoto, I'm just impressed by the action.
Yeah. Obviously, there's some more stakes with now, because now it's not just fighting the files. It's gonna be
The whole JCC.
defense
Like
system.
the defense system for the
Like,
whole
literal-
school.
Yeah. Which is crazy. Missile defense system, which will be interesting.
Yeah.
Film bro
It's
is
gonna
gonna
cause a
go
panic.
do something.
Oh yeah,
crazy.
Film Bros back. Yeah.
Gonna go be a douche and tell people how to direct a movie. Leave me alone. I know my camera doesn't shoot in 4K.
He's the kind of guy that'd be like walking up to people and be like, "Oh, you guys didn't cry at Titanic? Fucking kill yourself."
Oh my god.
Accurate though.
I mean, am I wrong? Am I wrong in thinking that he would say that? No, I don't think so. Okay.
I think he wouldn't say kill yourself. I think he would just straight up kill you.
Yeah, that's what I meant, but I was like, I don't know.
He actually makes a Stand By Me reference. So, literally, not even a reference. He just says Stand By Me. It's a coming of age movie, like Stand
Yeah.
By Me.
Yeah.
But no, it was a good chapter. It was a good chapter. But
A lot more exposition in this one than what, Bo?
Oh no, go ahead. Finish talking about.
I was gonna say
Talk
there's a
about
lot more like talking in this chapter and a lot more backstories and stuff than there was fighting. So it kind of goes against like the perfect blend that we've been talking about when it comes to Sakamoto for a little while, but I still thought it was overall a solid chapter. You know, it's Sakamoto every single week.
It's always just consistently good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, can you explain to me why this is funny? This is one of dude, literally the joke is that they show a bunch of snacks.
Look, you have to put yourself.
I'm not a 5-year-old.
No, you have to put yourself in the shoes of a 5-year-old. Okay, when you're on the playground, you're everyone's best friend. If you have like any kind of like really cool snack, like what was the best snack for you as a kid that everybody also liked?
I mean, sure, I guess the chapter's kind of relatable to like a kid, but is it funny?
No.
No,
like,
I mean, to a kid it might be.
The closest thing to the closest thing to a joke was the teacher ate the Pocky.
Yeah, and then he adjusted how much it cost for the little challenge.
Yeah, look, it's little kid humor, man. I still think it's good.
Anyway, high school family. just immediately moving. I mean, I don't have anything else to say about Roboco, unless you do, Key.
I don't know. It's not one of its strongest chapters. I'll give you that.
Number 5, which is crazy. I will say.
Yeah, no, number 5. It's up there. Roboco's doing numbers, man.
$1 bucks.
$1 billion. It's gonna make it. I don't know, man. I learned a lot of cool snacks that I hadn't heard of before.
Yeah, like the One Piece sponsored snacks or whatever they put in there.
That's just you guys. That'd be you. I'll be real. Like every single one of us go to Japanese snack stores. Like, oh, hey, this is.
Man, those One Piece sodas were too expensive, man.
Yeah, I know, but that was us, literally. Like, you are Bondo from me and Roboco.
Buying the One Piece wafers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have anything to say. It's a comedy manga, so you're kind of limited in what you can talk about. Unless serious shit happens, which is why I want that stuff to happen so I can talk more about it. But
the dark backstory,
like you said, just snacks. It's snacks.
Yeah,
I got snacks. You guys got some snacks? These are some good snacks.
I got a 7-Eleven coffee.
A funny chapter to talk about. Actually, it wasn't super funny, but a beautiful color spread for high school family. It's crazy 100 chapters.
I like the color spread.
I love how it does color. Because it does like this like kind of pastel like water.
No, it's actually really nice.
It's really gorgeous. It just kind of fits its whole like. It seems like an older manga. It's
high school family's art style. Like it might be a little off-putting at first if you're not reading it, but once you get into it, sometimes it actually like really shines.
It has a lot of charm.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Trent, you're the high school family Kokosei guy. What do you think of high school family Kokosei?
I think this color page really shows off Gomez and how much I hate his design. But, all the other characters actually look really cool.
Yeah, the proportions on Gomez are fucking insane. It's crazy. It doesn't even look like his head is attached. It's not even
Gomez.
Man just drew an egg and slapped it on there.
Gomez has eyes that stare into my soul, and then I want to crawl into my bed and die.
I like.
That's all I can say about that.
Yeah, there's so many cute little references on the color page.
I just realized there's a Puchita on the one guy's shirt in the background.
Oh, there is.
And there's the people doing the fusion dance.
It's the manga fan guy. That's who it is.
Yeah, that's actually
awesome. That's even.
There's also a dude
with the American guy.
Yeah, the American guy.
Okay.
And then there's
also a dude with an IV.
Yeah, that's his dad, and he's with that nurse.
That's the thing. Like, High School Family actually has some pretty fun, like, kind of recurring characters, even though some of these we've only seen once. Like, it's just like solid. Every once in a while they pop up.
I do hope we do not have to see Homie with the fucking Joshu haircut much longer.
Yeah.
Moving
into the student council arc.
Student council arc. I think this could be funny. I think this could be really funny.
Yeah. I can't remember the main character's name, but
Kotaro.
I think Kotaro. We don't really see much from him. It's always the family.
Yeah.
So whenever there's an arc focused on him, like there was the arc where they were stuck at the school overnight, and it was focused on him and that girl. Yeah, like that's always a lot of fun, just seeing more of him. And obviously he's gonna be running against his sister, which is fucking obviously gonna be funny. But I mean, this was more a setup chapter. I don't think there was too much funny stuff happening in this specifically, but I'm interested to see how this goes.
For sure. Yeah, no, it was good. It was good. Not an insane amount to say, but Something
It's always just a
that
fun thing
we'll
to
have
read.
a really good discussion on is Akane-Banashi. Oh man, this was
Awesome
a
chapter.
fucking crazy chapter.
Another shit yourself chapter. That's awesome.
Oh, this is it. This is the second shit.
This is
I've been waiting. I've been waiting for this one.
No, this chapter was amazing. We got a cool moment from Akane, and something we kind of talked about is like, where do we go from here? And I think last chapter we're kind of like past that kind of feeling, but this chapter for sure cemented like this was just the beginning.
Yeah.
And Akane just straight up just stood up to Arakawa and was just like, I'm glad that your decision to expel all those students was wasn't just for some publicity stunt.
Yeah.
Like you had a reason behind it, but I still think you're wrong, and I think I'm good. So I'm going to just shit on your whole life. Akane is awesome. She's the best girl boss in all of WSJ for sure.
Oh, definitely.
No, the page, like starting on the page where she goes, "I'm glad that you had purpose and conviction," and then when she continues and says, like, "I'm gonna make you admit you were wrong," fucking insane. She is just so powerful and just has such a girl boss, power moves, man.
It's amazing.
The panel of Arakawa where it's like he's truly a demon living for the sake of art. That shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so funny because like we're talking about the other series that are at the back of the magazine that are newer that have a similar chapter count to Akane, and I read Akane, dude, it's not even fucking close.
Oh, it's not.
Every character in the series, I mean, she literally said the word conviction, but every character has such like good writing and convictions behind what they do.
Oh, absolutely.
That even the side characters are interesting to see. Like I really hope we see more of the comedy guy and the actress, and I'm sure we will. In future arcs, and it's just like
there's so much power behind the actress sitting in the car looking defeated. Like that's crazy.
It's
just
amazing.
what it tells. Just she doesn't say a fucking word, and just those two panels alone where she's sitting in the car. It's so much. It's crazy. The art.
28 chapters in.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
That a side character can have two panels that are that powerful.
Yeah.
That's genuinely, I can't even think of a series that has done this better. Like a similar storytelling. You know,
I just find it weird though, like when you compare the two, even though it is a little bit redundant to do it, but
Earthchild?
PPPP has like similar vibes to like Akane, like at least where the setting is, they're both in the middle of a tournament for their respective art. And PPP isn't hitting the same way because I feel like a lot of like the older siblings from PPP aren't like developed enough.
Yeah.
But at least with like the Akane characters, we got a little bit of info on each one of them, like right before the tournament started. We got a sense of who they are and what they act like. So I do agree that they handled their side characters very well.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
Well, like on the side of PPP, what I get out of PPP is it's just very beautiful and like serene and gorgeous and interesting. Whereas like Akane, I get the highs of a battle shonen, like amazing battle from just dialogue.
See, I don't get
and
that
empty
at
panels.
all.
Like I get the same highs. Like it's crazy. Like it's just Akane just exudes such powerful energy.
I think I've probably said this before. Bakuman is my favorite manga. This is reaching some of the highs Bakuman has for me already. So when this series ends, if it's 20 volumes long, 10 volumes long, I'm probably gonna reread this 1,000 times.
Oh,
like I have Bakuman. It's gonna be, dude.
It's so impressive.
It's so
28 chapters in. You know
Exactly.
this is a mainstay. Like it's not going anywhere.
Dude, Duran had like 37 chapters.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been with Akane for like years already.
Yeah.
I do feel like I've been reading Akane for like literal years, but it's just so good.
It's just getting started.
Right.
Dude, it's insane.
Like about half a year, and it just feels like it's already a mainstay in WSJ. Not even an anime has come out. Like, it's amazing.
It's definitely hitting the high points that a lot of other manga can't even really help to.
Yeah,
especially when you get recommendations from like Oda and a lot lot of others.
Like, Oda and Hideki Anno. Someone not even. It's crazy. Right. Like Kojima's gonna be like, hey, this one too.
Says it right there. Recommended by Oda.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
This series and Sakamoto are definitely things that I point to. If I ever hear someone say WSJ screwed once My Hero and like One Piece end, I'm just gonna be like, look, Akane and Sakamoto exist.
Yeah.
This is the next wave. It's amazing.
And like obviously I can understand
the wave it's coming, but I'm still kind of waiting for something to like stay that I'm like know will like replace a lot of these. Because don't get me wrong, Sakamoto and Akane are good, but you still need like a really good battle manga.
Nothing will ever replace One Piece.
Sakamoto is good,
yeah.
but it's not just a battle manga. It's like silly action, you know.
And this,
I think in Sakamoto's place, like it does enough serious action, and it has powerful panels, and like we've talked about that much before. But I think Sakamoto's just like impressive on its own.
I think Jump is at just also in a different place. It doesn't need a One Piece.
No,
it doesn't need One Piece.
We aren't living 20 years ago.
Hey, I was hearing you say that, Bo.
I love One Piece. It's my favorite manga in the magazine. But like, after Demon Slayer changed the magazine, it completely changed. They are not going to have another series that goes that long ever again.
No,
I promise you. So Jujutsu Kaisen's already in like the 20s in terms of volumes. Like that's about what they're going for, I think.
Yeah.
So if Sakamoto goes for 20 or 30 volumes, if Black Clover ends up at 40, My Hero at 40, that's about what you can expect from now on, I think. And by the time Jujutsu Kaisen is at volume 30 or something, Sakamoto will be in the 20s, and then the new series will be like at. It's an always moving cycle, and I think they're doing fine.
Yeah.
In terms of keeping things that are.
Like I'm also just trying to say, man, like I want something that can replace them and give like the exact same kind of vibe, man. Like I don't know. I need my battle manga. I like other manga, but I need my battle manga.
I will say, I do want another world, like fantasy world, like One Piece.
Yeah.
We are kind of missing that, I think. Black Clover is that, but Black Clover is ending. So I would like another fantasy world in the magazine, for a battle manga specifically, I should say.
Also, I think something One Piece does that Black Clover doesn't is world building. I think Black Clover has good world building, but it's nowhere near as like in depth.
Well, no,
as One
of
Piece
course
is.
not, because Black Clover's world building is there's the north, there's the east, there's the west, and there's kingdoms in each one. That's it.
That is true. But definitely a new era. I think we've been in this kind of like middle area for a while of a new era of Shueisha, but we're definitely seeing it more and more.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think with One Piece like starting to kind of like it's hitting that reality. One Piece is ending. Like these are the final stages. Like One Piece comes from an era of 20 fucking years ago. That's like
25.
That's 25. Sorry, that's almost 3 decades worth of Jump. Like. And Jump has changed, if I can say, just a tiny bit in 3 decades. Like, obviously a fucking lot. So it's like, there's so many manga that have come and gone in One Piece's time, and that's crazy. And so I think, like, when One Piece leaves, like, Jump is going to be completely different forever. And obviously, like we said with Demon Slayer, Shueisha's realized that they can just pump out shorter series and make just as much money as One Piece has with 150 chapters.
Well, also, something I'd be curious to see, I don't know if they release sales numbers for the actual physical magazine in Japan. I am curious how well that is doing, because obviously print media in the West is pretty much dead.
Yeah.
And Jump Plus is this huge new thing they're doing. Chainsaw Man is one of the biggest new series out of Jump in years, and it's all on Jump Plus now. There's no physical print of that weekly or bi-weekly as it airs. So, like, I am curious to see if at some point they'll just sunset the magazine entirely and go to Jump Plus. I could see that. Maybe not like in the next 5 years, but in the next 10 years maybe.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's always interesting to talk about the future of the magazine for sure, and how they're gonna adapt to digital media and shorter series that hit that fire like Demon Slayer.
Yeah, or like Jujutsu Kaisen, which, speaking of which, JJK.
Yep.
Sumo! I didn't know
Sumo
Sumo could have like Evangelion levels of like fucking self-reflection. That's shit's crazy.
Exactly. It was amazing. This is by far my favorite chapter this week. It's just because of how much it like actually just made me think about anything. Like Shonen doesn't do that. Like
it was a really beautiful.
It made me think
I
about.
really appreciated it.
Right. It made me think about Maki. It made me think about life. Like
it made me think about life in that order. In that order.
In Maki and then life.
Yeah. The two most important things.
Excited. Maki has an amazing spread of. In the background, we have Sumo Dude's Gooch and Ash Cheeks hanging out, and then we just have Maki saying, "I'm at my best." It's just amazing.
Yeah.
We also get Maki doing the sumo stomp, where you raise your leg like above your head and fucking stomp your foot.
The different sumo takedowns.
It's so amazing.
Need to see.
I didn't think I'd be this.
There's a whole 2-page spread of like literally just different sumo takedowns.
Oh,
that's the one. That's the page where it's like, holy shit.
When I saw that, I was like, holy shit.
It's
really
and then looking at it like
Hunter,
one
but
screen,
good.
yeah. and then on one screen is crazy. That's valid. I didn't also ever think I'd get this hype for a sumo match since Twilight Princess. So that's a couple decades. That's fucking crazy.
Took a while.
Yeah, no, just a really beautiful chapter. Obviously, the spread with the tree as well, smelling light or seeing sound.
It's so fucking amazing.
It's just such a it is such a self-reflective chapter, and to feel like Maki just like, because like we talked about this before, where it's like we just feel like Maki hasn't grown, and for this to happen, she goes into a domain expansion and then grow in the middle of the fight. Jujutsu Kaisen, are you listening to me? Like, what the fuck was that? That's crazy. I was literally whining about this like last week or the week before.
Yeah. It is not. I mean, we've been saying for the past few weeks that this whole arc, you especially Trent, has not been that interesting aside from the first colony where Yuji's at. So like, it's nice having a good chapter. I mean, like last chapter wasn't bad, right? I mean, last chapter wasn't bad. The introduction of the sumo guy and katana guy.
Oh no,
but
cool.
That was more introduction. This is actual like some shit's going down.
Execution, introduction, and execution in 2 chapters done very well. Congratulations,
for sure.
It's also funny to see this juxtaposed against My Hero, two series that are long running and in arcs that are like not everyone's favorite, and then Jujutsu Kaisen just does something that's crazy, awesome.
Super.
And then My Hero takes the opposite stand and says we're going to do the worst thing that the series has ever done in the entirety of its running.
Kill Bakugo just to bring it back, dude.
Right? It's awful.
The meme of Walter White making the fucking, like, he's using the vials. That's Kohei Horikoshi writing the worst fucking thing you've ever read.
He's been doing that since chapter 1, but anyways.
hey,
it's had its moments.
It's
had 3 good moments.
But let's talk about a very poorly named manga. We'll see how this goes.
I
Tokyo
hate
Demon
it.
Bride Story. Why? That doesn't even roll off anybody's tongue, and probably not in Japanese either.
In Japanese, it's Dai Tokyo Oni Yomiden, which
that's
way cooler.
It sounds cooler. Yeah, it actually sounds.
You don't hear anyone calling Jujutsu Kaisen Wizard Fight. Like, just call it that.
But here we are, Tokyo Demon Bride Story. This I've just that it has a shit name. I feel like it's already off to a bad start. But
again,
that first chapter,
JJK Wizard.
But no, it has an official English name. Obviously, that's what counts when it comes to marketing. But it was a great chapter. I do
basically identical to the one shot.
It was pretty much identical.
Really
with a few minor changes, and the few minor changes did make some things nicer. I definitely felt like the main character stood out a little more.
He's a year older. Which is actually something I was complaining about.
Yeah, basically everything happened the same as the one shot.
Yeah,
they just changed a lot of the settings, especially for like the end. I remember it was like at the table instead. It was like in the bath.
Oh yeah.
And then there was like, just like small things, weirdly setting things were like the setting was one of the things I noticed changed the most. Like the fight was on a wharf rather than under.
You can see the city background, which actually looks really cool when she's laying there after he saves her.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I do wish Jinta had a different design. He seems
I do not like his design.
Plain, but obviously he's not really the main focus.
He's a little plain, but I do think that he basically just looks the same as Morihito from Witch Watch.
I disagree.
His haircut's way worse.
I would love to agree with you, but
he literally looks the exact same, man. The only difference is Morihito likes to wear. Like,
you're definitely off your rocker on that one, but
I think you are off your rocker.
Okay,
I'm sorry. Morihito has the cowlick.
He's goated.
Morihito also has good art.
Morihito doesn't have a fucking awful hairstyle and generic art.
Look weird in every panel, but
he has a cowlick. He has a cowlick.
It's sick. It's the sexist.
And
it's a good-looking cowlick.
Okay, I can't have a conversation about hairstyles or anything anymore, man. All right, I agree. He looks plain. All right, I do, but
no need to throw Morihito under the bus because this dude's
I'm
got the
gonna
fucking Joshu hair. Because this dude's got the fucking Joshu haircut from fucking Jojolian.
That's why I like it. It's because it reminds me of Jojolian. Okay. Tokyo Demon Bride looks good. Like the bride itself, the main character.
Oh yeah, no,
you're obviously not going to look at the guy and think, okay, boring protagonist. You're going to look at the chick. The chick is the selling point.
Of course.
Also, the color page shows off a cat girl, so you know how anime fans are with their cat girls. Weird.
Yes.
Weird.
Right, so I'm kind of getting the vibes that you guys don't like it. Can you tell me something that you did like about it?
No,
I actually really liked it. I just don't agree with throwing Witch Watch under the bus. Which you'd think I would be all for that.
Yeah, I thought you were on my side here, Trent.
if it's called for.
Man's out of pocket
Like,
with that.
I
That was
just feel like
definitely,
they
that
look
was
very
definitely
similar.
off bar.
I am cautiously optimistic. I mean, obviously I read the one shot, and I think I talked about
Do
it
you
a
think
little
it
bit
was
last
funny?
week. It's, I don't know. I've been saying this. These demon stories, these Mononoke stories, fucking. I'm reserved. I've been. Well, no, it's not even just that I don't like it. It's just that they fucking always get canceled.
Yeah.
So like I'm already thinking like, okay, I can see this not panning out.
Well,
if
Another boring
it's kind of like, I mean, look at Ruby Dragon, not because it's at all similar to this, but it has a cute main female protagonist.
I was gonna bring that up.
If people don't latch to this main character, it's over.
Yeah, I would be
it.
curious. I would be curious how this does. Obviously, if Ruby Dragon ever comes back, I would be curious because they're
Dude, I brought
the
this up
horns.
last week.
The horns being similar, I would be so fucking curious how these would face off against each other. Just like obviously design wise, how lots of horny people in the Jump magazine, but there were some things. You heard me right. You heard me right. But no, I think there's lots of great changes from the one shot to this. Like I felt like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the action in the
Action was better.
Way better, like way fucking better. Which was
And like the
awesome.
paneling and the angles they did.
And yeah, like it just like, I feel like it kind of sold it a little better, especially because then it can be like, hey, we're this weird like kind of rom-com, like it's like a weird circumstance, ha. But then it's like, oh, we can do action if we really want.
Right.
To.
It is interesting. It's like a textbook
Again,
how to make a shonen
I'm
manga.
I'm not throwing shade this time. It is very similar to Witch Watch, where it can do action and comedy at the same time.
Yeah.
Well,
Right. Well, that's what I'm gonna say.
Witch Watch
It's setting
can
up
do-
that it can.
Yeah.
See, you would have been good in bashing Witch Watch this time, where Witch Watch has shitty action and it's never interesting.
Yeah.
Okay,
and,
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
And Witch Watch doesn't do action for a reason. Like they did that and they're like,
They
yeah,
learned. They learned
no, and we're pure comedy and pure romance. Done.
Right.
And it's like easy at that.
I thought that action that they did was good.
It was
Like,
fine.
the
I
werewolf-
actually
the
like Witch
werewolf
Watch's
chapter?
action too.
Yeah.
The werewolf chapter where he does like the whole reveal, like he is the werewolf, does like the hair slick back thing. Thought that was fucking
Oh, that was
sick.
cool.
Yeah.
I want that to be
The
animated.
Wolf is my favorite character, and he's never in the story. It
Yeah.
sucks. He's so sexy.
Instead, we're focusing on the vampire kid for some fucking reason.
Fucking more, I love how much we talk about Witch Watch.
I was gonna say we're talking about Witch Watch
So
in
much,
the,
and it's not even
the
in the
new
magazine.
series.
Oh, I love you.
No disrespect.
But my biggest
No,
my
that's
biggest
not at all, but we
fucking
both-
complaint with Tokyo Demon Bride Story was the panel where she kicks the girl. They made it smaller. It was a funny ass joke. They made that panel
Yeah,
smaller.
I know. I was kind of disappointed
yeah.
by that too, but I mean, it still gets the message across.
Yeah, it just
My
was. It was
biggest
way
worry
funnier
is-
in the one shot.
When did they put out the one shot for this? How long ago was that?
It'd be like a year
It
ago.
was.
Okay, because
I
I'm
think it was 2
kinda
years
scared
ago.
of like someone saying like I read this before, and then it just ends up getting like bad from that.
No,
almost,
it'd be
'cause
a
like
long,
almost one for
they're
one.
always like
It
a
was-
long time ago.
It was at least a year. I think it might have been 2020 though. So it's been a while.
Okay,
Yeah.
then maybe not. But I'm just kind of worried about how like it'll affect it going forward if it's. just
Nah,
like,
one shots
one.
always have such like a big window before they get in the magazine.
Okay.
There's a lot that has to go through. But yeah, there's some interesting stuff where they get married. I thought that scenario was better done in
Interesting,
the
yeah.
in the actual chapter versus the one shot. But again, this is one of those series where it's like, okay, the one shots or the first chapter is solid, like it's good. I am just curious to see how it fares as a series. Like
We need to see how it is weekly
yeah, and that's
and
that's
see
where
what it really leads
counts.
into. Is it going to
Here-
need more
here's
rom-com
the-
or action?
Well, let me just point this out. The one thing I don't want to happen is for a lot of it to take place at school. Like I can already predict
Oh no.
if they
Oh,
end
I
up
hate
taking
that.
her to school, if she like just says, "Oh, this is our new foreign exchange student," I'm just gonna fucking hate it, dude.
Yeah,
Every
that
single
would
time.
suck. That would.
Every single time we go back to a school setting, my mind just goes. Are we
That's
done?
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Is
I
everything
graduated high
kind of
school. Why
just
would
feels.
you take me back?
This whole series, it kind of feels like I feel like I've seen every aspect of this in another series, or like other pieces of it in other series.
That's true.
Which like I'm not saying it can't be good. I'm just like I'm very cautious, especially after I was pretty high on Aliens area for the first chapter, and I liked Ayoshimon and Duran and Red Hood.
Yeah.
And every fucking series gets canceled.
Yeah.
So I'm
holding out hope, man.
I hope it's good. Yeah, I really do hope it
because
can find
I
its
like the
legs and-
manga stories. I like the whole like Japanese like Oni stuff. Like all that stuff's really cool to me.
Yeah.
So I hope
There's a lot of
it turns
potential.
out. I hope it turns out.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how this goes. There's not too much to say really, because obviously we talked about the one shot last week as well. But this will be fun. This will be fun.
Well,
New
I will
series.
say, we were talking about, oh no, Super Smartphone's gonna get canceled. The only way Super Smartphone doesn't get canceled is if this series does
Right.
so
I
poorly
was
by the
gonna
next
pull it.
realization meeting that it's down below
Oh,
Super
well,
Smartphone.
we do also,
which actually might be goated.
We also-
is to take the bullet.
we also do have another piece of foam coming in next week too, which
Praying
is
on
Another
downfall,
piece of
bro.
Yeah.
You're praying on downfall. That's so.
We're- I will pray on this series and the other series downfall if it means Super Smartphone surviving, as long as Super Smartphone keeps being good, which it has been. But
Yeah, we have another new series next week though.
Yeah, which I know nothing about, and I'm very.
What's the
curious.
name of it?
I can't remember.
Have you guys read the summary?
Not even.
I think
do
I
you
think I
consider that a
remember reading
spoiler, or
the
can I
summary.
say it?
Wasn't it like an isekai story? I could have.
It was something like another world and.
Are you guys good with me reading it off here?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
All right, this is from the official Shonen Jump Twitter, so they already announced it.
Oh yeah, I've seen this.
Ginka and Gluna by Shinpei Watanabe starts this Sunday. A wannabe magician meets a magical snowman that changes her life. I don't know. It's very it's out there. It's a little
Frosty
Snowman, that's
the
crazy.
snowman.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna post the art for you guys.
Happy
so you can look at it.
birthday.
Yeah.
Not sure how I feel about it. The art. It's cute. It's
Yeah.
different. It's unique enough. So, hopefully it's good. We'll see.
That
Hopefully.
is actually just Frosty the Snowman.
Yes. This is Baymax, bro.
No,
this
you know
is
what?
some Disney Pixar shit.
Someone in the I literally am looking at the reply. Someone just said, "I am Baymax." They just sent a gif of Baymax. Same
Dude,
brainwave.
I'm getting the vibe of Smoliv from Pokemon just in the face.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Smoliv.
But yeah, I'm
Um,
curious what this is like. It says action fantasy is the genre, so
Oh
I
god.
like the hat. The hat's sick.
the design on the hat is actually crazy.
Badass witch hat.
Yeah, witch hats are so dope.
They are.
It's the best thing you can put on a character.
Absolutely.
Also, I feel like we don't really get like. I mean, obviously they could flip this on its head immediately. We don't really get that much manga that's like set during like a winter time period.
No, not at all.
Like we can get some cool like costumes
mean,
and stuff here.
You get people going to like wintry areas, but like
I
just set
guess.
straight up in a snow tundra. No, I don't think we do.
Right. I mean, Red Hood. That was like they were all mittened up.
Starts that
Yeah.
manga in Canada, you guys will be goated.
Shut
We
up.
got nothing here.
Man, shut the hell up.
Yeah, shut up about your
Underworld-
stupid snow country.
Go read your Kaguya Doujin.
Why no,
Aiden's just like, I'm such an underrepresented country. Please make a manga about me.
Did you know Justin Bieber was from Canada?
no.
I don't care.
You know that Drake was from Canada?
No way.
No.
No fucking
Dude,
way.
See, this
that-
is my Canadian
that-
impression.
that's
All
not-
Canadians do is just
No,
tell you-
neither of those are true. Neither of those are true.
All right,
Neither of those are true. Neither of those are
let's
true.
go on. Do we have any news to talk about?
We do.
We do?
The
Sadly,
weekend.
Elizabeth will not see the end of One Piece, and
That is rough.
Reagan is not
He's
the
a
number.
twink and a dwelf.
He is not the
Crazy.
number one DILF. He did lose to Sans. So
What? He lost?
he did lose to Sans
Oh.
from Undertale.
No wonder Queen Elizabeth died.
Yeah.
Damn.
These
That's all the anime news. Is
these
just
are-
Queen Elizabeth dying.
These are
That's
the
sad.
unfortunate events that did precede each other.
I think I have a couple of things. I normally retweet stuff to like remind myself to talk about later.
Smart.
So I think number one on the list would probably be, there's a new Gundam anime coming out soon that I'm excited for because it's made by like the same people that made the Iron Blood and Orphans. What else is there? Let me see.
Chainsaw Man and Bleach have release dates October 10th
Yeah,
and
yeah.
11th.
It's gonna be a hype little 2 days.
And then also, so we're getting Bleach on Mondays, Chainsaw Man on Tuesdays, and then Mob Psycho on like Wednesdays or Saturdays or something like that.
That's actually really sick because
That's a crazy lineup.
Tuesdays,
Chainsaw.
new chapter, new episode.
Right. So if you're reading the manga and watching the anime, you'll get a new episode and a new manga chapter every other Tuesday.
Yeah. Beastars is getting its final anime season in 2024, so they're wrapping up the whole story in one last season, which is kind of crazy to me. I don't know how they're gonna fucking do that. To Your Eternity season 2 got its key visual. I'm really, really fucking excited for.
I need to watch that still.
So good. It's so good. I actually started collecting the manga for it. Like that's reason enough. I think maybe I don't know. We're getting a color page next week for Tokyo Demon Bride.
Again? Oh,
Yeah.
they normally do it 2 in a row, yeah.
Yeah.
We're also getting PPP color, I think, right? And it says there's some sort of special event planned to commemorate the 1-year anniversary. Not sure what that is, but
I don't know either. Maybe they're actually going to play the piano on some live stream or something.
the
I don't know.
PPP anime getting announced before Yozakura.
That'd be crazy.
Imagine the upset. Nah, did we talk about that last week? There's tons of rumors about Yozakura anime. I think we did.
I think yeah.
Yeah.
That's like pretty. I think what next is it? The week after next is the anniversary.
The official
like-
announcement, yeah.
And
Something like
Aniplex is doing some sort of event, so like that's going to be happening soon, most likely. Kind of light news week.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, a little bit.
We're not.
Uh,
It feels like every episode there's like some crazy new anime announcement. So like,
okay, like it's like throwing darts at a board. Like, okay, what manga from the magazine's gonna get anime now?
Yeah.
Damn! I was really hoping for Blue Box that time.
oh, it's coming next year. Bro.
Roboco. What the hell?
Roboco, yes.
Hell no.
All right. I think that's basically it, guys.
Yeah, I think that's,
Yeah.
that's everything we
I think we're
needed.
good.
Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for watching again. Join our Discord. Follow us on our Twitters, manga channels, all linked down below. And with that, I guess that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.
See ya. See you in this
See you guys.
everybody.